Hello, I'm the Eternal Newbie. The extra L is for listen. As in, there are certain words you should always listen for in any Dungeons & Dragons game. Actually, scratch that. Any tabletop RPG. What are these words? Well, everyone does have some different words. For example, when I hear, "Hey, where's my burrito?" I know it's time to stealth. These particular words, they matter to everybody. The words I speak of are, of course, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Spoken by the DM. Before I tell you about a time someone actually said yes, business. If you like this video, check out my others. I've got more than a few. Likes, comments, and especially subscribes are much appreciated. I'm not going to say my self-worth is directly tied to my views and subs, but I'm not going to say it isn't either. I've got a few other things going on, like a video game channel and a Discord. Links are in the video description. Are you sure you want to do that? Most people know this is the DM's way of telling you, bad idea, buddy. When the GM says this, or some variation of it, it's a warning. If you don't take it, then bad things are bound to happen. Like, I don't know, you might find yourself married to a bee or something. Most of the time, people listen. On the rare occasion, they don't. A player in a game I'm in just destroyed an Orby. If you're not familiar with the term, this is a picture of one. Don't feel bad, I'd never heard of the word either. The point is, the DM asked the player, "Are you sure?" And the player said, "Yes." We have yet to see the consequences of his actions, but I'm pretty sure, considering it was part of some big mysterious machine, they are going to be spectacular. The DM compared it to this. Don't worry, I'll keep you informed. The point is, when the DM says, "Are you sure?" the answer should always be no. Not just no, but no. I don't remember where I learned this. Maybe it was people from my first video, they told me, or maybe it was something I saw in a Dungeons & Dragons video before I even started playing the game. The point is, I've known this since the beginning. Sometimes, certain DMs who are, let's say, kind of a jerk, will use the "are you sure?" when they're just messing with people. Most of the time, though, it is a warning and not one to be taken lightly. Do you remember the first time you ever heard a DM say this? For me, it was one of my earliest games. I don't think I've ever talked about this group. It was a good group, but I wasn't with them long, mainly because I am a poor decision maker. You see, my original group had disbanded because people couldn't make the times. Here it was a little bit later, and they were going to restart at the same time this group played. I stupidly decided to go with my original group. But don't worry, it was Insta Karma because within a month, they had kicked me out. Well, not really kicked me out. Changed the game time to a time they knew I couldn't play. You know, I figured I kind of deserved that one. In this game, we were escorting a caravan to a town far away. Along the way, we'd stop at towns. Each town, no matter how small, had a shrine to the local gods. It was during this trip that one member of our group developed an unhealthy obsession with candles. In each of the towns, we'd stop by the shrine. In the first, the player, who was our cleric, was given a candle at the shrine. It was just a small thing. And by the way, isn't it cool how little nothing things can become huge in this game? Anyway, in the second town, he wasn't able to convince the priestess at the shrine to give him a candle. So he tried to steal it. I, playing a druid, and yes, I know, what can I say, I really like druids. I'd like to take one to level 20 someday. I was talking to the priestess, so I was unknowingly an accomplice. Let me reiterate something. Our lawful good cleric just stole a candle from a church. He is warned that his god is not particularly happy with this, but it's become his thing. For example, that night in town, another party member is using minor illusion to make him think the candles are talking to him. Someone else is using another cantrip to make them keep lighting themselves. Another more dubious party member actually steals one. This bad party member feels bad about this and ends up giving him back the candle. We really got a lot of mileage out of this candle thing. Things fall apart in the next town, or maybe it was a couple of towns later. I think he had 3 candles by now. Once again, Cleric can't talk the priestess into giving him a candle. Once again, he tries to steal one. This time, however, the priestess notices and puts him in his place, almost calling the town guards. I somehow managed to talk her out of that. Then I tried to convince her to give this guy a candle. I was feeling pretty bad about stealing. About someone stealing the candle earlier. I rolled pretty high, and I had advantage because I explained that my friend was simple. He didn't know any better, and couldn't she please just give him a candle? But seeing as how he just tried to steal one, she's like, nope. It did not end there. That night, while most of us slept, he sneaks out in the inn and made his way to the temple. Remember, this guy is our lawful good cleric. He tries the door and finds it's locked. Then he goes to a window and that's locked too. He says he wants to break in, and he's about to when guards come around the corner. At this time, we're like level 2 or maybe 3. And our lawful good cleric, I can't say lawful good enough because he tries to attack the guards. All of us listening know this is a really bad idea. Even me, who's been playing maybe a month or 2, knows it. The DM utters those faithful words. Are you sure? I can't remember if he attacked or stood down after that. When I started this story, I thought he'd attacked. But as I was going over it, telling it in my head, I started to think maybe he must have backed down. Either way, he finds himself in jail. Now that I think about it, he was hurt when he was in jail, so I don't know. I'd blame getting old, but I've always had a notoriously bad memory. Back to the story. The cleric decides he's going to try and break out of jail by casting command on one of the guards and ordering that guard to open the jail cell. 'Cause in for a penny, in for a pound. The guard passes a saving throw. It is here that our lawful good cleric has crossed the line. He wears a medallion of his god. Each time he does something that's not lawful or good, it gets tarnished or cracks a little bit. By the time he goes to attack the guards, it was just about broken. Trying to use command to break out, that pushes him over the edge. The medallion now breaks. He loses his cleric abilities. All over some candles. Since then, I've had more than one dungeon master doing Are You Sure? I've even done it myself, but I've never seen anyone go against it. Until our barbarian broke the Ori. In case you're wondering, yes, this is the same guy who had relations with and is now engaged to a giant queen bee. He keeps things interesting, that is for sure. Knowing the DM, this is all going to come back and bite us in the butt. Thanks for watching. Have you ever seen a player go against the Are You Sure? What happened? Was it rainbows and puppies? Let me know in the comments below. I read them all and reply to most of them. And since you've bothered to stick around this long, how's about hitting that little bell for the notifications? I am currently throwing out 1 or 2 videos a week. Have a great day, and as always, play your character. Don't let your character play you.